combat with any kind of armor support at all?
Navy.
I don't count the Navy.
I'll tell you what, if it wasn't for the U.S. Navy, I wouldn't be sitting here. He wouldn't be sitting here. He'd have died at water's edge. They were our artillery. And each company or
Did you guys have an artillery observer?
Yes.
You call them back to the ship to give
Yes.
that support?
Well, the Navy gave us one for, the Army didn't call for ships. It was a naval officer that was called a naval fire short officer. He hung around our battalion commander. And when they wanted fire support, the Navy called the Navy. And his reference was to Big T. And the only thing we could find out, it must have been to Texas. We went in underneath the Texas guns, and my God, when they fired, we thought we was dead. Ship come out of the water, and everybody hollered, oh God, we're going to die, we're going to die. And it was firing in.
16-inch guns is like throwing a Volkswagen.
Yeah. Well, you know what? If you was far inland pretty far, and they went over, some guys with good eyes could see them. Guys said it looked like a small car. Did you guys heard of the Tiger tanks?
Oh yeah.
You know what a Tiger tank is? You guys? I think it was about the 4th or 5th day. It was misty and cold, kind of cold, and they got us up. You know how the Army is. Everything is 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. We got up, we were lined up on each side of the road. All of a sudden, coming towards us was the biggest damn tank I ever seen in my life. With an 88 on it.
Yeah,
looked like a telephone pole. It was coming right towards us. Well, everybody went over the hedgerows, dove into ditches, and run. And guess what it was? It was a captured Tiger that the armor was taken back to the lines to study it. But one of our officers went up there and beat on that tank and said, turn that gun around the other way. You know, that's what you're supposed to do if you have captured somebody. Turn the gun backwards, you know. And he said, find an American flag and put on that thing and say, we're going to blow all the hell, we're going to call Navy on that. Oh, that's a huge thing.
Yeah, well, you could have got a prisoner too.
Another thing people don't realize, the American Army was outgunned.
Oh yeah.
Which one?
The 88, the MP40.
That's the one they won.
42. You guys ever hear of M?
Oh,
MG40?
we've been shot at by a few of them.
Huh?
We've been shot at by a few of them doing this stuff.
I saw that.
Not like you guys though.
No.
Yeah.
They're just shooting blanks at us.
Mr. Russo,
You know, it
after
reminded
you
me
were
of
wounded,
a couple of years ago when they won everything.
after you were wounded, how long was it before you went back to your
Doing the
unit?
same
What
thing,
part of,
cleaning up.
where did you end back up in when you
Well,
came back
after
from
I
being
was-
hospitalized?
After they took care of me, they wanted to send me to non-combatant.
They got it down at 2. They're
But I
only 2
pleaded
behind
with the officers,
Pittsburgh now.
doctors,
So,
to please send me back to my outfit. I says, I've been with them for so many
no,
years,
but
I says, I'd like
think
to
they
go
will
back.
too. It's between
Well,
those
he
three
told
teams.
me, he says,
Reds,
with your
Cards,
wound,
Pittsburgh.
you'll never make it. And I says, I would like to try it.
No,
But after pleading with him so long, he gave me the okay.
And, yeah,
Like-
a bunch of great
I
guys.
was about 10 miles from my unit, we joined
Bigger than
together.
ever.
There's a town called Liège, Belgium.
Uh,
And that was
You
the
know,
time
soldiers
that the
taking
Battle of Belgium began,
this year it's
because I could hear the artillery shells. And the Germans had landed paratroopers at Liège, railroad center.
Still be about 35.
So they sent up a squad of us with no ammunition. They had none, because all of it was set to the front, and we were running out of our ammunition. They says, just fix bayonets.
This area in Montgomery.
Being Army veterans, well, we just laughed. But we did go out on a patrol. And I walked about 8 miles out, circling all around the place. We did locate 2 German paratroopers. But we couldn't do a darn thing about it because we had no ammunition. We could have mowed them down just as easy as could be. The sergeant in charge says, well, what do you fellas want to do? Well, I didn't like this, what he said. He says, let's just retreat, and go back. I would have rather tried to go after them. believe me, I was sick whenever he said that. But maybe it was a good decision on his part. I don't know. Because they had automatic weapons and we didn't. And when I got back the following morning, my foot just swelled up like you could believe. And I went to the medic and he looked at it, he says, who the heck sent you here? And I says, look, I says, you can't blame anybody but me. I says, I pleaded with him to come back. He says, well, you can't go any further. Which I know I could because my foot was just swollen. From there, he sent me back to Paris, the hospital there. They looked at me, they said, we can't do nothing here. We got too many casualties coming in. So they was there for a couple of days and they shipped me back to England. And so from there, they just decided to send you back to the United States. He says, you're not going to go there further.
You come home?
I came to the United States in February 20th.
44?
In 45.
45.
And then where did you go to, Mr. Russo?